All right, everybody, today let's do a little bit of ear training, okay? So it's been a long time since I've done an ear training video, and the thing about ear training is that it is absolutely critical to every facet of your playing. It's critical to being able to hear what those around you are doing, and also having good ears and being able to recognize shapes and vocabulary is a huge part of what makes you more capable of learning what others are doing quickly. So if there's a musician who you admire, and you want to transcribe what that person's doing or just understand what that person is doing at a basic level, if you already can hear those things immediately upon the first listen, you are light years ahead of someone who has to sit down and figure each thing out. Okay, so the thing about having a good ear is, honestly, it's not magic. It's not something that someone is just born with and one of you has it and one of you doesn't. I won't deny that there are probably some of us who, maybe have some level of talent which gives us a potential to have really good ears. But I do believe that just like going to the gym, maybe one of you is more naturally athletic than another, but if the unathletic person goes to the gym and works super hard, they're still going to end up being super buff, at the end of however long it takes. So that's the thing about ear training too. I guarantee you there is a way to train your ear so that you will be able to hear practically anything on the spot. So when I first started playing, I had a good natural ear, maybe for hearing one or two notes or a simple melody, but I certainly could not do what I can do now, which is I can honestly, at this point, after years of training, I can actually basically tell you pretty much any chord, as long as it's not a crazy clustered voicing. Any jazz voicing, I can pretty much pick it out and play it somewhat immediately. Again, that's a learned skill, and I've actually learned tons of great exercises and developed a lot of my own exercises over the years that I think can really expedite that process, make this entire learning process so much faster for you. So today I want to just start with some basic intervallic ear training exercises, and we're going to take it from there. So the way this is going to work is I'm always going to give you a starting tone, okay? So here's a C. This is your C. You have to familiarize yourself with this tone, get it in your ear, so that when I play the next thing, you can hear it. So here's our starting tone. Let's go fairly simple today. Next, you have to tell me what this note is, and you're not allowed to use any tools or cheats. You just have to think of it in your head. Don't even use your instrument for now. Here's the starting note, and here's our next note. One more. Okay, so the answer is so. We started with a C, jumped up a tritone to an F sharp. Okay, now before moving on, I want to actually teach you guys a few tricks. So the way I started off being able to figure these things out is I would start with the C, right? I'd hear it, and then suddenly someone would play the next note. Okay, how do we get there? Well, the way I do it is I just sing up a major scale. Da, 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 da. Okay, must be in between those. Da, da. And if I have to, I'll go da, 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 da. There it is. Okay, so you sing up the major scale. Da, 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 da. I passed it. Apologize for my singing. So that's how we do it. We go up the major scale. Same thing if you're going down. So if I give you a C and then I play you a... Okay, let's sing down. Cool, okay. C, B flat, A, G, F. There's our note. That's the note right there, the F. Cool. Now let's say if we were going to get a little more complicated here, and we were going to actually play two notes at once for you to get. So here's your C. Okay, so we did C, and then we did G and D together. Now, the way I would have figured this out is I would have sung, okay, I'm going to start from low to high. I'm going to get the low note first if I can. Okay. Cool, okay, got it. G, D. Now, some of you may find that you can't get that low note. You can only hear the high note. That's okay. So you're like, okay, okay, I got the high note. Here's C. What is this note? Okay, I need to figure out what note that is. Let's sing up the scale. Oh, cool. Okay, that's just an octave above the second note, D. Okay, so I have D on top. Let's hear the whole thing again. Okay, I can't hear that bottom note. Okay. Oh, that sounds right, actually. So 5 down from D. D, C, B, A, G. And so we found our bottom note. So that is a great way. I hope this was a good, introduction to how you can start practicing and working on ear training, okay? So these are some good ways of starting with basic intervallic ear training, basic intervallic structures. Of course, this is all relative pitch based. And these ways of thinking about it can help you start to familiarize yourself. Now, what you'll find starts to happen over time is you hear the C, right? And then you just hear this. You immediately know what it is. Again, this is not because you somehow develop perfect pitch. This is because your relative pitch, you immediately recognize this shape. You know that is a fifth. I know that. I also hear the bottom note immediately, and I know that it's a fifth up from C. So I just know exactly that it's a G and a D from bottom to top. Again, honestly, it's just like learning a language. When you first learn a new word in another language, that word is super uncomfortable. You can't really use it naturally in a sentence, right? So what you do is you hear the word over and over, you hear yourself speak that word, and you start trying to use it in context, and before long, you instantaneously recognize that word when someone else speaks it. That's the exact same thing that's happening here. Before long, you instantaneously recognize a shape, and it becomes second nature. All right, guys, I hope you found this super helpful. As always, please make sure to click subscribe, click like on the video, and please turn on the little bell so you have notifications on. That way you'll never miss a video. See you guys at the next one.